from the WYLN studios in Hazleton, Pennsylvania. WYLN Evening Edition at 5:30 starts right now.
Good evening. It's Monday, October 12th, 2015. I'm Ann Gownley. A 79-year-old woman was killed this morning when she was hit by a pickup truck around 9 o'clock in the city of Hazleton. The accident happened on Walnut Street at the intersection of Fulton Court behind the Hazleton Housing Building. According to police, a black pickup truck operated by a 23-year-old male hit the 79-year-old woman that was crossing Walnut Street. The driver of the truck left the scene of the crash, according to sources, but did return after a period of time while police were still on scene. The State Police Forensic Unit also came in to assist Hazleton Police with processing that scene. Luzerne County Deputy Coroner Jeff Stock was on location but did not speak with the media. Hazleton Police are still investigating the crash that happened this morning in the city. Hazleton Police are investigating another hit and run, and it happened around 4 o'clock in the morning at 9th Street and Lee Court between Laurel and Church Streets. Police got calls about it, but when they arrived, the hit and run car was gone. If you heard anything, you are asked to call Hazleton City Police at 570-459-4940. A new Ringgold woman was killed in a New Tripoli Friday night. 41-year-old Constance Brown was pronounced dead at the scene by Lehigh County Deputy Coroner David Cross. The crash happened around 6:15 p.m. on Route 309, about a half a mile south of Gun Club Road in New Tripoli. State police at Fogelsville are investigating and haven't yet released all of the details. Wilkes-Barre police have identified the victim of a fatal shooting Saturday night. 37-year-old Jose Rodriguez was shot and killed in a house on West Hollenbach Avenue in the North End section. The shooting happened around 11:30 Saturday night. Police believe he arrived home, got into an argument with two men who shot him. The suspects are two black males between the ages of 20 and 30. One is between 5 feet 10 inches and 5 feet 11 inches and around 240 to 250 pounds. He had facial hair and was wearing a gray sweatshirt, dark-colored sweatpants, and sneakers. The second suspect was tall and dressed in black, she said. They were last seen running on West Hollenbach Street in the direction of River Street. DA Stephanie Salavantis said this was an isolated incident, meaning it's likely the participants knew each other and was not a random act. Hazleton police have charged a man with simple assault and related counts after determining he assaulted two children under the age of 12. 37-year-old Rafael Gomez was arraigned overnight at the Luzerne County Prison. Police said it happened in a house on West 12th Street between Peace and Grant Streets, but didn't say when. Anyone with information is asked to call police in Hazleton. Hazleton police are investigating a robbery that happened Friday night, but details are still sketchy. They say it happened around 9 o'clock Friday night, somewhere between Alter and Peace Street near 11th Street. The victim says he was walking along 11th Street, turned onto an alley when another man hit him from behind. The assailant stole what money the victim had on him and took off. Anyone with information is asked to call police in Hazleton. Hazleton's mayor is not happy with council following the ruling of an arbitrator over the city's Firefighters Act contract. WYLN's Gary Perna has more.
Hazleton City Mayor Joe Yanuzzi is very upset with city council members after they cost the city over $7,000 in arbitration costs. The cost comes after council voted down the firefighter union contract not once.
Did you know that suicide rates are on the rise in Luzerne and Wyoming counties? Did you know that over 100 Americans commit suicide every day? And did you know that you can help prevent suicide? I'm Jeffrey.
For a 7-year package, and I don't know if they really had questions or what, but they voted it down once and asked for a change. We made the change, went back the second time, and they voted it down again. So the firemen said, well, that's it. You know, once you vote it down, means you rejected it. They go to arbitration, and an arbitrator will decide.
The agreement is exactly the same as proposed by the International Association of Firefighters Union Local 507 and negotiated with Mayor Joe Yanuzzi and presented to council for approval in February and again in April, according to the mayor.
It cost us over $7,000 to do that just because council had questions.
Now that money must come out of the city's general budget, which is tight to begin with.
The fire department pays for one arbitrator. We pay for one arbitrator, and then the city pays for the neutral arbitrator, and that's how we end up spending $7,000. But totally, it was could be $11,000 or $12,000. The fire department and union had to pay the rest.
The previous contract also was a 7-year term that ran from 2008 through 2014. The agreement consists of 2% pay raises over the first 3 years and a 3% raise over the years 2011 through 2014. As for the new contract, Mayor Yannuzzi said he has signed it and he has placed it in effect. In Hazleton, for WYLN News, I'm Gary Perna.
Thank you, Gary. Luzerne County Councilwoman Kathy Dobash wants to reduce the time for emergency responders to accept or reject a 911 call before the next one on the municipality's list can be summoned. Right now, it's 9 minutes for the first responder to say yes or no. She wants to cut it to 6 minutes. It's not the first time the issue has been discussed. Earlier this year, Council's 911 Inquiry Committee considered cutting the response time but rejected it. It got complaints from volunteer organizations, which said the change was unrealistic and could force them to shut down. Dobash was on that committee and disagreed with keeping the wait time the same. She said she revised the proposal because of reports of response delays while volunteer groups checked to see whether they could man a call. Her proposal resolution does not suggest reducing the wait for second responders, which is 6 minutes. County 911 Executive Director Fred Rosencrantz said the problem with response delays is mainly that volunteer groups don't tell 911 when they're not available, resulting in a 9-minute response delay. Council will vote on it tomorrow night. 17th District Congressman Matt Cartwright is reviving the idea of rail service between Scranton and New York, an idea which has been discussed for close to 3 decades. There's a meeting on the idea in the Poconos tomorrow from 2 to 3:15 p.m. at the Inn at Pocono Manor, 1 Manor Drive, Pocono Township. Expected are PennDOT Leslie Richards, Federal Transmit Acting Administrator Teresa McMillan, and Paul Wyckoff, Chief of Government and External Affairs for New Jersey Transit. The proposal is expected to cost $551 million for the entire 88-mile trip. Time now for a first look at our forecast. A blue sky today without a cloud in that sky, but what can we expect for the rest of our work week? Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik's in the Weather Center with the details. Joe?
Well, hopefully you're enjoying these warm temperatures while they last, because things are going to change greatly as we head into the 7-day forecast. But right now, things kind of quiet across the northeast. A little bit of a streak of a couple of showers out toward the west. Eventually, they're going to start to make their way into our area. But these temperatures have been very nice, getting up into the 70s, upper 60s. Cool start to our mornings, generally near 40. Some upper 40s as well, but tell you what, it is going to get quite chilly across our area as we progress through the next couple of days. Right now, temperatures generally holding in the 70s. It continues to be nice. What can we expect over the next couple of days? I'll let you know what the 7-day forecast coming up in just a few.
Thanks, Joe. Coming up next, details on the 8th annual Taste of Greater Hazleton over the weekend. That and much more, including sports, coming up here tonight on WYLN News. Stay tuned.
You're watching WYLN News with Ann Gownley, Gary Perna, Julie Stefanovich, Paula Degnan, Chief Videographer Mike Lula, weather with meteorologist Joe Garbacik, sports with Eric DeBerardinis and Gabriella Justin.
Did you know that suicide rates are on the rise in Luzerne and Wyoming counties? Did you know that over 100 Americans commit suicide every day? And did you know that you can help prevent suicide? I'm Jeffrey Wan. I'm here to tell you there is help. If you or someone you know is depressed, dial 800-273-TALK or the emergency helpline at 211. For more information and suicide prevention tips, visit any of these websites. Together, we can save lives.
Family owned and operated, the experienced professionals at Lehigh Tire have served the residents of the greater Hazleton area for over 55 years. From our full line of passenger, light truck, and commercial tires to our automotive services, including tune-ups, inspections, oil changes, and alignments.
Every time I've ever done business here, they've been very polite, straightforward, and the job gets done quickly and right.
Find the right tire for the right price today at Lehigh Tire.
Combined Insurance makes it easy to protect you and your loved ones by paying cash directly to you when you need it most. Whether you're looking for accident and sickness, disability, or life coverage, Combined Insurance has a policy to meet your needs and fit your budget. Call John Ravello, 570-499-0504 for an appointment to help determine the best coverage for you. That's John Ravello, 570-499-0504.
This weekend was the 8th annual Tastes of Greater Hazelton, and WYLN was on hand checking out all the great food there was to offer. Lots of food, lots of vendors, and lots of people filled the Wellness Center at Hazelton for the 8th annual Tastes of Greater Hazelton. The event, sponsored by the Greater Hazelton Chamber of Commerce, got underway at noon on Sunday. WYLN spoke with Mary Malone, the president of the Greater Hazelton Chamber of Commerce, at the event.
And this is a fantastic event where we get to showcase the great variety of restaurants that we're blessed with in the Greater Hazelton area. So, and we'd also like to thank our friends at the Lehigh Valley Health Network for actually letting us use the Health and Wellness Center as the facility to showcase. And so we have any number of things going on. Each of the restaurant has a table set up to share their taste with the community. We also have cooking demonstrations and even got our local high school art students involved in the apron decorating contest. So again, one afternoon each fall in the fall, have a fun event and really get people to get out there and experience what different varieties of food and great dining that we have in the Greater Hazelton community.
Vendors we spoke with say at the event they had a wonderful time interacting with all of the guests and teaching them their crafts during the demonstrations.
This is the 4th year that we've been with Hazelton. This is the first time we're doing the cooking demonstration. It's a great event. It's run very well, and everybody has a great time.
We are so happy to be here. The Chamber puts this on every year, and it's so wonderful to be a part of it, to share the tastes that Hazelton has. It's so diverse, and it's so wonderful to be a part of it.
It's a great venue to not only display new products, which are out just about every month anymore in the beer industry, but also to showcase some older products that new drinkers have never tried. We're doing a James Bond 007 with Heineken USA, so great brand and great movie, going to be released around Christmas. We got a hard root beer from Coney Island, which is extremely delicious. A margarita from Steel Reserve, and a nice malty red ale from Murphy's.
Malone said there was plenty of different types of food for those in attendance to try, and lucky for them, it all comes from the Greater Hazelton community.
We have anything from Victoria's Candy, a well-known family name, and their tasty chocolates downstairs. We have some Italian specialties. We have ahi tuna tacos from our friends at Brass Buckle. Giant and Sam's Clubs are both here with some varieties because the holidays are right around the corner, and so people are looking for different ideas to do for their own at home, as well as, again, different restaurants that they can do too. So I think you could probably find a little taste of everything.
Businesses from all over the area are invited to this event, and for more information on how you can be a part of the 9th annual Tastes of Greater Hazelton, you can call the Hazelton Chamber at 570-455-1509. Coming up next, Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacic is back with a full look at our forecast, plus a look at how some Boy Scouts from our area spent part of their weekend competing tasks for badges. Stay tuned. More news is headed your way only on WYLN.
We're having an open house and you're invited.
We're here. We're here to fight this. We're here with board-certified oncologists. We're here with access to genetic counseling, clinical trials, and the most advanced treatment options. We're here with the strength of the region's leading health network. And now we're here in Hazelton, the new LVHN Cancer Center. We're here for you.
Someone parking in your space? At no cost to you, DeLuca Towing, located at 191 North Cedar Street in Hazleton, will patrol your parking spot 24/7. Again, at no cost to you. You'll also receive parking permits for you and other authorized vehicles at your property. Call DeLuca Towing and Recovery at 570-450-5685.
Well, definitely you can't get better weather than what we've seen today across our region. We have, for the most part, clear to mostly clear skies. A little bit of a breeze, but fairly nice temperatures for this time of year, although we woke up with some areas of fog, and also we started out on a relatively cool start to our morning. And if you think it's been cool for some of our mornings, boy, wait until you see the 7-day forecast. It has the F word in it, and I'll talk about what that is in just a little bit. All right, well, here's a look at the graphic for today, and it's just a splendid day to be outdoors. We've got lots of sunshine. We had those mild temperatures across our area. Enjoy it while it lasts, because it's going to be short-lived. Here's a look at our live 35 Skycast Doppler. Nothing to show you across our area. Continues to remain dry across northeastern and central Pennsylvania. We're in the mid to upper 60s. A little bit of a breeze out there, but overall, not looking too bad. It continues to be very mild across the northeast, but go out toward the north and west, temperature is much cooler. In fact, it's only 50 degrees right now in Minneapolis, 75 Wilkes-Barre-Scranton International Airport, 75 degrees in Allentown, 73 in Williamsport, and 72 in State College. Still in the 70s in the Wyoming Valley area from Nanticoke through Wilkes-Barre, Kingston, and Lehman. So we have clear to mostly clear skies throughout the state of Pennsylvania, increasing clouds as you head out toward the northwest. Some of those clouds will be on the increase, and as we head into early tomorrow morning, maybe mid to late morning hours, we may have to deal with a shower or two around. Not really expecting anything significant across our area. But it's going to bring in some cooler weather as we start going into our Wednesday by the middle part of the week. So not as warm tomorrow as what we've seen today. And then we'll be dropping down into the 40s as we start going into our Wednesday morning. So another frontal boundary comes into our area for tomorrow, triggering a couple of those showers. Not a whole heck of a lot coming into our area. And that's going to bring in some cooler air. And then it's even going to bring in some much colder air as we start going into this upcoming weekend. Unseasonably, I gotta say the word cold and frost. Can't rule that out as we head into this upcoming weekend. It may feel like temperatures are only in the 30s or mid to upper 30s. Extended forecast looking like this. It gets colder as we progress through the week. Lower 50s as we go into our Wednesday and Thursday. Maybe a few showers around scattered in nature by Friday. We're not going to get out of the 40s. It may be feeling like it's in the 30s for Saturday and Sunday. Saturday night, Sunday night, we'll be dropping down into the mid to upper 20s. So there's our chance of seeing some frost, maybe some isolated or scattered frost for Friday night as well. Our daytime Pennsylvania lottery number is a pick 291, a pick 3456, and a pick 41766. And the pick 5 number is 56832. Treasure hunt numbers 36, 21, 23, and 25. We'll continue to have more for you coming up after these commercial messages.
At Whitetail Preserve, they pride themselves with giving their guests 5-star service. They are now open for lunch 6 days a week and offer limited delivery service for lunch to businesses in Cunningham, Valmont, and Humboldt Industrial Park. Call them at 570-384-2314. Several positions are available at the Keystone Job Corps Center. Part-time CDL driving position, an in the cafeteria, full-time senior cook, full-time cook, and a part-time kitchen helper. Visit mtctrains.com to apply.
Hazel Drugs does more than fill prescriptions. They know your needs and have been serving the Hazleton area since 1868. That's over 147 years. They accept all prescription insurances, offer convenient parking, drive-through service, and free prescription delivery. They carry the highest quality vitamins and supplements with a certified clinical nutritionist on staff to answer your questions. They can customize your prescriptions, specializing in natural hormones, children's compounding, and animal medications. Hazel Drugs, America's oldest compounding pharmacy and Hazleton's oldest business. Let their family take care of your family.
There is something new to look for at your local SureSave supermarket. And quite frankly, when it comes to quality and price for your food, it's the best yet. The best yet means hundreds of items packaged at the peak of perfection and priced for the family budget. Look for the best yet label at your locally owned SureSave supermarket. When you see it, be assured of the great taste at a great price whenever you need it. From canned to fresh to frozen for quality products at a better price. The best yet, now at your local SureSave supermarket.
Boy Scouts throughout the area had the chance to sharpen their skills this past weekend in Black Creek Township. Our Julie Stefanovich has more on the story.
Whitetail Preserve in Black Creek Township hosted the Anthracite District Camporee over the weekend. 6 Boy Scout troops throughout the area participated in this event. The boys learned to polish their skills on the road to becoming Eagle Scouts. They learned tips on fishing, first aid, map reading, and fire building. Anthracite District Commissioner James Ruslevich talked about the importance of scouting.
Teaches character, we teach them life skills, things that they're going to use out throughout their lives. We have people that have used their skills when they've been in the military for life-saving techniques, all kinds of stuff. It's just an incredible amount of information that they could learn, and it will be with them for the rest of their lives.
The weekend-long event gave the young men the opportunity to network with one another and get out and enjoy the outdoors. NRA instructors were on hand for trap and skeet shooting, while the Scouts also learned other important life skills.
Do first aid, and you never know when you're going to have to use first aid. They're learning how to build a fire, to cook food. They're learning how to build a shelter. If they're, let's say, for example, they're out somewhere and they get lost and like that, they know how to build a shelter. They learn how to read a map, how to find directions, take directions, and also give directions to develop their character that way.
Girls can also take part too.
We have 2 programs that girls are eligible to be a part of. One is a venture crew. They go out and they do high adventure things. They do rock climbing. They do horseback riding. They do skydiving. They can do things like that, and that's open to girls 14 to 21. It's co-ed, and then we also have Explorer posts available. Again, they're 14 to 21 also.
We spoke with some Scouts who talked about their experience.
There's been a lot of competition we had to do. We've been hiking a lot. We almost got lost, but thankfully we had the compass to help us. You have to communicate with each other so you know what foot you're using, so you get what you need to get, the goal.
I've been Boy Scouts for about 6 years now, and it's great to be an assistant patrol leader. You have to work together to get the goal that you need.
Liam Leonard has been involved in scouting for 6 years and has learned many skills along the way.
What I like about scouting is all the leadership and learning about. So far I've experienced camping, fishing, and fire building. I would certainly recommend scouting to other people.
If anyone is interested in becoming a Boy Scout, they can visit mincytrails.com. Reporting for WYLN News, I'm Julie Stefanovich.
Thanks, Julie. Coming up next, Eric DeBardinas is in with sports here on WYLN.
WYLN is proud to announce a huge technical upgrade to our channels that will bring a better digital picture and expanded coverage area to viewers all over northeastern and central Pennsylvania. In addition to Channel 35.1 in Hazleton, you can watch a crystal clear picture in Berwick and Columbia County on Channel 47.1 and in East Stroudsburg on Channel 24.1. And we're proud to announce Pennsylvania's newest TV station, Channel 9.1 in Williamsport, serving Lycoming, Montour, Northumberland, and Union counties. Now more than ever, WYLN is your local network.
Sports on WYLN is sponsored in part by Berger Family Dealerships, Harry's View Pullet, Fairway Chevrolet, Penn State Hazleton, Barber Ford, The Wire Guys, Tri-County Business Machines, Weatherwood Nursing, Hazel Park Quality Meats, John Diana Insurance, Mobility by Steven, Service Electric, Hazleton, S.J. Kowalski Plumbing and Heating, Coordinated Health, Grand Central, and Third Base Luncheonette.
Week 6 of high school football in the books, and we have highlights from 5 of our top 7 teams in our power rankings. We rewind to Friday Night Lights. Costa still looking for that win number 300 at Marian Catholic, but needs to beat our number 1 team, Lee Heighton, to accomplish that. But Indians' first drive punctuated by the punch in from Wyatt Clements on the direct snap. And the very next Colts play from scrimmage, Ethan Brzezinski drops back, but Lehighton's Tegan Dershin turns into a receiver, falling down INT. An Indians field goal attempt is blocked, but their defense continues to dominate. Clements with a sack as Lehighton improves to 6-0 with a 34-13 victory. Our number 2 team, Wyoming Valley West, hosting Dallas, and just all Spartans and Spartans touchdowns. Sean Judge score there. Then Aaron Austin, the timely pitch to Bill Davison, great blocking and a figure 8 into the end zone. Valley West with 21 points in the first quarter, 21 in the second, and they shut out the Mountaineers 56-0 as Davison notches another TD. No, we're not going to Penn State highlights, but that is Nittany Lions head coach James Franklin in northeastern Pennsylvania on Friday night to check out offensive line commit Connor McGovern from our number 3 team, Lake Lehman, as the Black Knights hosting GAR. Here, McGovern showcasing his skills on the defensive side of the ball. A big takedown from the center that's committed to Penn State. Then more playmaking on D for Lehman. Noah Gursky with the pick. Running back Joey Vigil nursing an injury in this one, but Trey Borger goes off for 192 yards. Here, it's Nick Urey bouncing outside. McGovern helps pave the way for 372 total rushing yards. The Knights victorious 39-15. Number 5, Blue Mountain at number 7, Mahanoy Golden Bears going for the upset in their final home game. Eagles up 14-3 at the half and blow it open in the third. Mason Freed drops a pin for Spencer Walsh. Dives into the end zone for 6+1, 21-3. Then Freed to a patient Danny Greenwald. Score another for Blue Mountain. And finally, it's Freed picking up a touchdown himself into the end zone. Blue Mountain 35, Mahanoy area 3. And in the pros tonight, Joe Madden and the Cubs return home to Chicago and go for the 2-1 series lead against the Cardinals in the NLDS. Ace Jake Arrieta back on the hill for the Cubbies. And playoff baseball in Queens for the first time in nearly a decade as the Mets aim to take series advantage versus the Dodgers. And the Steelers also in action on Monday Night Football. 2-2 Pittsburgh travels to 2-2 San Diego for an 8:30 kickoff. Next on WYLN, Joe Garbacik is in with a final look at the forecast. Stay tuned.
If you haven't found the perfect fishing getaway, you haven't been to Captain's Cove. Located on Henderson Harbor in upstate New York, Captain's Cove offers a variety of accommodations to please just about anyone. The motel, also located on the harbor, offers a magnificent view. Enjoy free morning coffee, air-conditioned rooms, cable TV, and HBO. The cottage can accommodate up to 8 people with 3 bedrooms, a complete kitchen, washer, dryer, 2 full baths, air conditioning, an outside grill, and picnic table. Call us today for rates and information at 1-800-824-FISH.
Watch Off the Beaten Path on WYLN TV 35 and discover the Pennsylvania you never knew existed.
Well, things do look good across our region tomorrow. It's not going to be quite as mild as today, a little bit cooler. There's going to be a couple of chances of some morning showers across our area. Not a whole heck of a lot. I think they're going to be scattered in nature. But again, it's going to be cooler as we progress through the rest of this week. So be prepared for some very chilly air, especially as we head into the weekend. You know what? For Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, yeah, we can say it's going to be cold because we have a shot of getting down into the 20s, which means we introduce you to the ice scraper. There it is. And I didn't say the word because I don't like saying that word.
I already used the ice scraper Sunday morning. I have to tell you. We were going to the Eagles game, and I had to use the we outside. It's 5 o'clock in the morning, and an ice scraper is used. Wow. Yeah, it was.
I didn't believe you when you said 20s, though. That just seems hard to believe right now.
No, not
after today. It was such a nice day out.
This weekend.
It's October.
Live it up this week, I guess, before that frost comes. I'll say it. It's inevitable. Okay. Have a good night, everyone.